As promised, we have another trade to unpack, so Woj is back with me. I know he is breaking everything down, always on your phone. Woj, thank you so much for the time. The Pacers and the Kings, they made a trade, and Indiana sent Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, and Justin Holiday to Sacramento for Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. So how did this trade come together?
Well, Sabonis had certainly been a player that Indiana had been talking about throughout the league and talking with a number of teams about his availability, both he and Miles Turner. And the idea that they could get Tyrese Halliburton in a trade, I think, even exceeded Indiana's expectations. And, they looked at the trade Chicago made for Nikola Vucevic with Orlando and thought that was a comp. But to get this kind of a 21-year-old player from the Kings, I think not only surprising to Indiana, but the rest of the league. I think there was a lot of the reaction in the last hour since we reported it was, if we knew Tyrese Halliburton could have been had, we would have really been aggressive and maybe pursuing him. And so this is a Sacramento team that certainly now continues to build around De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, they put Buddy Hield in the trade to Indiana. But I think for Sacramento, it was a week ago, I was in New York City the morning after they played Philly. Halliburton had 38 against the Sixers, just an electric performance in Philly, almost carried them to a win. And I saw Tyrese Halliburton in the hotel lobby in the morning. I saw their owner, Vivek Ranadive, and Halliburton was somebody who really, really was committed to being the guy to help turn that organization around. I was told he was stunned today. And I know this, their front office, Monty McNair, their GM, Wes Wilcox, their assistant GM, I've always been under the belief that those two really, really, really valued Halliburton. And so how this trade came about and the decision to put him in it is stunning. And certainly for Indiana, I think it changes the trajectory of how they reshape this roster. And now you have another young player they really like, Chris Duarte, their rookie, with Halliburton, Malcolm Brogdon still in that backcourt. And Indiana's got picks. They've still got a Ricky Rubio expiring contract they can use. And I think this sped up Indiana's, the reshaping of their roster, maybe makes their rebuild more of a reshaping than having to break this thing down.
And we saw that surprise ripple around the league this morning. I want to stick with the Pacers here, Woj, because Miles Turner, he's been a name we've discussed quite a bit as we approach this trade deadline. Where does Turner stand amidst this trade?
Yeah, I'm told that Turner was really eager and enthusiastic about the idea of playing with Halliburton. And, he was a player who's been in trade talks. He's out with that stress reaction. He was somebody who it became harder to trade him here at the deadline because he's been injured. It's never easy to move a player when he's got an injury. People aren't seeing him play. But I'm told now, the idea that he'll be able to play center. He and Sabonis never quite fit. One of them was going to go. Sabonis goes to the Kings. And listen, Sabonis is a terrific player. He's a two-time All-Star. He's a significant player in this trade and certainly a significant upgrade for the Kings at that position. But now I think structurally their roster fits better in Indiana with Miles Turner. I think it becomes very unlikely you see him moved. And now you can start to see the pieces. And the Pacers are a team that has their own pick this year. They've got the Cavaliers pick, and they've got Houston's second-round pick, which is going to probably be in the top 32, 33.
Woj, thank you so much. Please don't go too far, though, because as today has been going, I just have this feeling we're going to need you back. Really appreciate the time.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.